live. There we go. Hola familia. Hola. Welcome. Welcome to today's Comadreando coaching session. Um, yeah, let's just start. Let's dive in. I'll introduce myself, give you all a quick rundown of what to expect. Any kind of housekeeping things that I need to keep, and then we'll dive in. So, hola, my name is Comadre Cristal. I'm an intuitive spiritual life coach, and I'm on a mission. And my mission is to help raise the vibration and help everyone on the collective La Familia, to be specific, to be the best version of themselves. And the way that I help you be authentically yourself is by giving you the tools that I personally use on a daily basis. And these tools include the tarot cards, include channeled messages from higher power, and it includes kind of like the push of what it is that whatever blockage is in front of me, what I need to move past. So I do this for the collective energy. And so each Comadreando session is always very different. Each Comadreando coaching session is going to be based on the energy that's being brought to this reading. And all of the messages are always timeless. So if you're coming across this, either you're live or you're watching the recording, it doesn't matter. Like, there's a message for you. It doesn't matter if you watch this video months from now, years from now. That I set the intention that everything that is shared tonight is because you need to hear it. So, yeah, what to expect with the Comadreando coaching session. So what will happen is I will bring in, well, first get grounded. I will bring in spirit, your spirit team, my spirit team, and kind of just start bringing in the messages that need to be heard of whatever topic needs to be talked about. I don't know. Every time it looks different. I always come with a clean slate and then invite spirit to just start pouring whatever needs to be poured. So we'll do the coaching session. I will be giving you channeled messages. Again, looks different every time. After that, we will close it out with a mini guided meditation to just really help bring all of this into your subconscious and to really help wrap everything up for you. And then after that, for those of you who are on my Zoom room, I will close out the YouTube channel and I will open up the Zoom for any questions or any conversation that you want to have or anything. Like, again, that's what the Zoom room is for. So for those of you familia who are watching this already recorded, or for those of you who are watching it live, beautiful reminder that if you ever want to participate in the Zoom chat, sign up on my website. You can sign up. I'll send you the link, and then you'll be a part of the Zoom collective. But regardless, if you don't, you can always participate on YouTube live. The chat is open on both the Zoom and the YouTube. So if anyone on Zoom or on YouTube wants to put anything, please don't hesitate. Write it down if something's resonating or if you want. The chat's there for all of you. Yeah, and then after that, we're done and you go and have an amazing day. Okay. Any other housekeeping items? Yes. Friendly reminder that this is donation based. And the reason why I keep it donation based is just really to help all of you, regardless of your financial situation. However, if you feel called to do so, you can leave $1 donation or $2 or 50 cents. Honestly, it doesn't matter. Like, it's whatever exchange you feel you are comfortable with. And I set the intention that anything you do is also multiplied 10 times for you. It's the exchange, it's the ebb and flow of life. And this is my purpose. My purpose is to help the collective. And I have no attachment to any of this. I just love, show up and do my thing and then continue on with my own life too. But so thank you, all of you who always send a donation. I am blessed. I cannot wrap my head around just how amazing the support I have had, not just with my one-on-one clients, but also with the people that follow me on social media and the people who subscribe. Like, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. So with that being said, if you don't like, again, because this is what I do for a living, this is my job. If you don't mind getting a little like button or subscribe to this to help spread this magic, to help spread the fire and butterflies, I would really appreciate it. Okay, that's all of my announcements. I will leave announcements till the end of this. because I do have a few announcements. But other than that, let's dive in. Let's get started. All right. So before we get started, as you all know, or if you don't, this is your first time seeing me, I like to get grounded first. And the way I like to get grounded is by the 3, 3, and 3 method. So that means you inhale for 3 seconds, you hold your breath for 3 seconds, and you release for 3 seconds. But I want you to do more than just breathe. I also want you to use your imagination. So I want you to imagine that while you're breathing in, I want you to imagine you're breathing in love, light, positivity, fire, and butterflies. And when you hold, I want you to imagine that all of that energy that you just brought into your body is traveling all over your body, from the top of your head to the bottom of your toes to the tips of your fingers. And then when you exhale, I want you to imagine that all of that energy that is no longer serving you, anything that's been holding you down, holding you back, you let that go. It's just getting out of your body. We'll do that 3 times. Eyes open, closed. I don't care. I just want you to breathe. And I'll walk you through that. So whenever you're ready, go ahead and take a deep breath in. Hold and release. Another deep breath in. Hold and release. Last one, make it count. Hold and release. Let it all go. Okay. So a lot of the energy that I'm getting right now, I mean, again, this is a timeless message, but if you're coming across this in this time and place, like you are experiencing so many synchronicities. Like it's almost like there's been a veil. Okay, Spirit's telling me is because, again, everyone's in a different place, but specifically for many of you who have started your spiritual healing journey, for many of you who are in the middle or have been in it for quite some time, like this is all like it's all the same. Like I just want you to know that many of you are upgrading, many of you are leveling up, many of you are absolutely seeing like oh, what's the word? I heard it the other day, and it makes sense. And right now, like that's the word that spirit team is telling me. Oh, Christ consciousness. It's like there's this awareness of our consciousness rising higher and believing in a higher power, or like really seeing the magic of a higher power, the magic of God, of the goddess, of your spirit team, your angels, whatever it is that spirituality means for you. And faith has really been like something that keeps coming up for you. It's like either for many of you, you feel like your faith is being tested. Many of you feel that you're walking on faith and you're just like, I'm just gonna go with faith. It's like faith, faith, faith. And like I really see a lot of you are in this place of, okay, okay, Jesus, take the wheel. Uh, you know, uh, and as you're doing that, this is an invitation to, as you're letting higher power take the wheel, as you are letting your spirit team take the wheel, you are also being invited to slow down, and you're also invited to go within and really do your shadow work, but not just like your shadow work, but also like really figure it out a few things, because the things that you feel your faith is testing you on, that's the stuff that many of you need to go within and really like really check in with yourselves. Because this opportunity, again, when you let go and let God, I wrote a blog article and I called it Gus. So when you let go and let Gus, you are literally letting go and letting God, universe, spirit, Gus, you're letting this thing that's bigger than you take control of your life. And when you do that, you are now given an opportunity to go within and really check in on yourself. See what you're doing. What is it that you need? What is it that your heart desires? What is it that would make you happy and bring all this happiness with you when you give control to a higher power? Because giving control is something that for many people it's always very it's hard it's a challenge. We live in a world where we feel that we need to have control of certain things in order to protect us, in order not to get hurt. And so, as many of you are in this place of, excuse me, deepening your faith, having more faith, again, faith is really what I'm hearing. As you're doing that, there's many opportunities that the universe is giving you of like, okay, you say you have faith, I'm going to test you. I'm going to throw this at you. And so when you get to that place of, okay, I feel that I need to have faith in this. I know that this is out of my control. I know I need to give this over to my higher power. What do I do? How do I do this? And the answer is you got to go with it because you're giving something else control. Then you just got to trust that that's going to be taken care of. But you got to feel what's coming up for you. Like what is that stir? Feelings are not facts. I need to say that because some of you, as soon as I said you need to feel, I also heard this resistance of, oh, but I want to feel. I don't want to cry. I don't want to be mad. I don't want to be sad. Like a lot of those low vibrational feelings comes up, and a lot of you are like, no, I don't want to do that. I just want to be happy. I just want to be happy. Yes, you get to be happy. And you get to be sad and you get to be angry and you get to feel whatever it is that you're feeling because your feelings are valid. Your feelings are valid. However, your feelings does not mean it's a fact. So, like for example, what Spirit's telling me to say is many of you are scared of the future. Many of you are scared of the outcome. If you take this leap of faith, again, if you walk the path of faith, if you walk forward, many of you are resisting because it's scary. You don't know what's going to happen. You don't know what's going to happen. You don't know what's going to happen. I keep saying that because that's how many of you feel. And stepping out in faith really means that you just got to just trust. And that stepping out brings up a lot of the fear of, well, what if this happens? I'm scared. I'm scared to fail. I'm scared to lose people. I'm scared to lose myself. I'm scared to lose again. And for many of you, like it's like the attachment to things, jumping into the unknown. The fear that stops many of you is the fear of the attachment that you have to the things that no longer serve you. So spirits giving me this specific message. As you take a leap of faith in this new chapter in your life, or these new opportunities, or these new things that can happen, and you're stepping into this, there are things about, there are things that you know are not going to come with you on this next trip or this next adventure or this next chapter. You know, you know. However, the fear of it, like, not but here's the thing, but you don't want to accept that because it's like, well, what if, again, this is you playing control. What if I, what if I bring this person on? Spirit's telling me it's about a person. So people, relationships. I feel like I have this conversation with the Familia Collective every Comadreando coaching session of like, let go of the people that no longer serve you, Familia. So here we go again, talking about taking leaps of faith and having faith and letting go of people that no longer serve you. Anyways, the reason why it's hard to let go of some people is because there's that fear of you don't know if you're going to be able to replace them, or if someone, like, there's this fear of like, this is as good as I got. What if like I'm going to stay lonely forever? Or what if I don't find this person? Or what if I don't have that kind of friendship? Like this friendship meant a lot to me. And what if I can't find some, like, Again, that's all your ego. That's all of the like the thoughts, your ego, that all of those feelings, those fears. Again, you get to feel them. Yes, cry it out. If you're scared to lose this person, be scared. Feel into that feeling. And then let it go. And then just like cut down and speak your truth and be in your truth. Um, yeah, I'm hoping that's making sense. Um, you gotta, yeah, familia. I mean, when when we when we let go and let Gus, trust me, it is not easy. I know that for a fact. I have been embracing that mantra of letting go and letting God for 2 years. And I wrote a blog about it, but I also made a podcast episode about it. So if you guys want to go check that out, I will hold conversation about it. Well, not about letting go and letting go, so not that podcast. Oh, thank you, Spirit. I'll make a podcast about it. But anyways, um, it's hard. I'm not denying it. It is hard. And yet I like your spirit team really wants you to know like that's what's really going to help you find balance. Because for many of you, when you are in control, when you are trying to control things, when you're trying to control situations, when you're trying to control outcomes, when you're trying to control what a person is doing, again, oh, I just heard some of you are trying to control what that person is like. Okay, so calling some of La Familia out on this. Some of your prayers have not been about you. And when I say prayers, again, you can take it how you like, but how I define a prayer is like when you do like a conversation with your higher power. For many of you, this is ritual. For many of you who dab into spell work or dab into candle magic, like that's part of prayer. Like that's a prayer ritual. Like that's it's all the same thing, in my opinion. So some of you have been doing some stuff that's not about your highest good. You are trying to manipulate and co-create. You think it's co-creating with your spirit team to bring this person back in or to have this person love you or be obsessed with you. No, no, no. Your spirit team is like, no, you are not doing what's best for you. You are doing what your ego thinks is best for you, because you cannot manipulate another person's free will. So if you have been praying to your higher power of like bring this person back, or again, let this person love me, or have this person like again, I keep hearing about this is about relationships. Familia, I just need you all to breathe. It's okay. I know it's hard. I know it's scary. I know that the fears and the emotions that it brings up of the idea of letting this relationship go stirs up a lot of emotions and a lot of fear. And I need you to feel them. I need you to feel them. Because if you feel them, then it's not that it'll make it real. It'll just remind you that that's all it is. It's just a feeling. It's not a fact. Fear is false evidence appearing real. And many of your fears is all false evidence appearing real. And you're trying to control situations, and when you are trying to control or control things and control the situation, control the relationship, control the person, you're playing God. You are playing higher power, and that's not your job. Your job is to be in flow with the universe, in flow and co-create with your higher power. And once you do that, that is when you'll find more balance in your life. Because for many of you, if you haven't been feeling balanced, and I don't want to say balance in this aspect, I'm talking about balance between the energies of creating and doing, the energies of masculine and feminine, the energies of chasing and attracting. Like we need to find a balance between the two. And spirit is pretty much telling me, like, for many of you, again, it's when you go within, you need to ask yourself, what energy am I tapping into? Am I tapping into my masculine energy, or am I tapping into my feminine energy? This has nothing to do with your sex. This has nothing to do with your gender. This has all to do with that energy inside of us, because we all have it. We all have a feminine and a masculine energy. And so for many of you, when you are deep in your masculine energy, that is when you are trying to play God, or trying to like control the things, because masculine is the provider, it's the one who gets things done, it's the one who has the structure. And for many of you who are in that energy, that's why many of you have probably been feeling like, I need to control this. I need to make sure that the results are like this, because this is what I deserve and this is what I get. 100%. And then for some of you who are deep in your feminine energy of, I'm just going to flow and I'm just going to trust and I'm going to create, but it's too much to the deep, that when at the end, when there's an opportunity for you to take an action step, you're not taking that action step. And so that's why you have to find the balance. Like, you have to find this ability to just co-create with your higher power, co-create with the universe, of saying, this is what I want. So this is what I want many of you to start saying, especially if you've been doing your rituals, your prayers, whatever it is that you have been doing to connect with your higher self, or your spirit team, or your higher power. I want you to say, I want to co-create with you. This is what I think is best for me. I want you to show me what's best for me, and show me, because I just heard, and show me in a very gentle way. Because here's the thing, for many of you, when you surrender to God and you just said, okay, just like help me, and like, let's figure this out. What you don't realize is that sometimes it's a hard, like, it's going to be a hard shake. Like, you're going to be shooken. Is that a word? Yeah. Like the universe is going to shake you really hard, and it's going to scare you. And then that's when you go into hermit mode, and that's when you just detach and you're just like, okay, this is really hard. So say, like, you could ask for it to be in a gentle way. And then you have to be open to start seeing those changes unfold. So that's a lot of the energy I'm feeling for this Comadreando coaching session today. Again, of, as you are letting go and letting Gus, as you are stepping more into faith, as you are deepening this relationship with your higher power, as you are trying to realize and learn which relationships, because again, I'm seeing this is all about relationships, which relationships get to go with you and which relationships you got to let go. Like, this is what we're going to be talking about today. So yeah, that's what I'm seeing. So okay, Spirit. So as this is all unfolding, as things are shifting, as we are leveling up, as we are growing, as all of this amazing things or opportunities are happening for La Familia, what will help? Like, what is the blockage that they need to work on in order to really let go of these relationships that no longer serve them, these relationships that are blocking them from having faith in you? That's the question. Okay, thank you, Spirit. So what's going on? What does the familia need to work on? What does La Familia need to work on? What's going on? Mm-hmm. So we got the Hermit, High Priestess, and the Two of Swords underneath the deck. Okay, familia. I mean, this is exactly everything I was already saying, but I'm gonna reiterate it and really share, especially because I want to start with the Hermit. Many of you need to unplug. Many of you need to, and when I say unplug, I genuinely mean unplug. Turn off your phones, turn off, like disconnect from people, disconnect from situations, like I am like literally seeing, for many of you, you need to like spend 2 to 3 days by yourself in complete silence. And I know it's going to be really hard because it's like, really, 2 to 3 days in complete silence. It's like, yes, 2 to 3 days in complete silence. Because for what many of you don't realize, because with the Two of Swords underneath the deck, what many of you don't realize is that when you are not in silence, that's where your thoughts are like many of you are like you're in your heads a lot, in your heads, in your head, in your head. Um, and you're trying to protect yourself. Your ego is trying to protect you. I mean, she is blindfolded and protecting her heart. So this is really telling me like it's again, it's like I like for many of you, there's this feeling of like I'd rather just not see things, I'd rather not feel things. And so you're numbing out, but you're numbing out by avoiding the feeling, avoiding this. And so unplugging and detaching from things and people and spending time alone with just yourself. Many of you are not ready for that, but you need to be ready for that because that's how you really get to discover what's inside of you. Because with you, when you have all of these distractions around you, you're not getting anything done because that's why the high priestess comes right behind the hermit. You gotta tap into your intuition. You gotta tap into your inner comadre, inner compadre, inner comextre. You have to tap into that. Like you have to tap into that. And familia. I mean, for many of you who work one-on-ones with me, I've said this in our one-on-one sessions. I think I've said this quite a bit, and even in my Comadreando sessions on here. But our like technology is a tool that purposely keeps our minds from focusing on ourselves. It's like it serves as a distraction. Our cell phones serve as a distraction. Our televisions serve as a distraction. All these things serve as a distraction. And right now, your spirit team is saying you need to come back within. 2 to 3 days without these distractions might be hard for some of you, and that's okay. So your spirit team is saying it's okay to just even just to start off small. Turn off your phone for 1 hour. Journal. Talk to yourself. Go outside. Walk, but alone by yourself. And that's the thing. So for many of you, if you're struggling to be alone, literally alone, this is your evaluation of like, okay, then like, what is it that you're scared of to discover alone? What is it that you're scared of being alone? Because when you do not when you're not comfortable alone, that's why you bring in more relationships, or that's why you attach yourself to relationships that don't serve you. Because of that fear, again, that false evidence appearing real is making you feel like you'll this is about how it's always going to feel for the rest of your life, and that's not true. Because number one thing, you're not alone. You are never alone. You might not have physical bodies around you, but your spirit team is like, we are with you constantly, all the time. You may or may not see us, but that's because again, you have all these distractions. And the once you take off those distractions, you'll see synchronicities. You'll start to see, spirits telling me you'll start to see more feathers. You'll start to see dragonflies. You'll start to see butterflies. You'll start to see, did I say angel numbers already, Spirit? I did. But Spirit's like more angel numbers. You'll see a lot of angel numbers. Um, ladybugs, birds. That's it. That's all that Spirit's telling me. Like those are, I feel like a few synchronicities for some of you. Or you'll have your own synchronicities. But Familia, please unplug. Please, like, go within yourself. Even again, if you cannot do 2 to 3 days, that's okay. Start off small, 1 hour at a time. Sometimes if you have to do a whole evening, um, do that. Like find ways to get more in the present moment. Because for many of you, you're getting caught up in the future. You're getting caught up with all of the good things that are coming. Because again, as you're been stepping into faith, you've been seeing all these amazing things happening. And as you're going into that, there's this part of you that's like, oh my gosh, but what if this happens? And what if this? Like you go down the what if train. And that's when you start self-sabotaging. That's when you start to go backwards instead of forward. And then you catch yourself going backwards, and then you start being yourself up, and then you start being, oh my goodness, familia. So please, even if it's just 1 hour, just turn off your phone, go within for 1 hour, just and do whatever feels right for you. It doesn't have to be like this whole meditation for an hour. It feels whatever feels right. Even if, okay, Spirit just said for some of you, even go to sleep, go take a nap, get out of your head, like just go do something that's outside of yourself, like go within. And for many of you, sleeping helps you do that. Like for those of you of Spirit just said, for those of you who are dreamers. Um, yeah, trust yourself, trust your intuition. For those of you who are struggling to trust your intuition or are struggling to really see the difference between your intuition and your ego, um, download my free journal. I have a free journal on my website. It's called Unlocking Your Now Comadre Journal. This journal, it like gives you the tools, and one of the tools that I talk about is to start telling, is to really start developing a relationship between your ego and your inner comadre, inner compadre, inner comextre. But I really do see for many of you, I see also not just developing a relationship with God has been important, but I see that many of you need to develop a relationship with your higher self, with your inner comadre, inner compadre, inner comextre. Many of you need to develop this relationship within yourself. Trust yourself. Trust yourself. Because if you do not trust yourself, you cannot trust God. Period. And people can come at me, disagree. That's cool. That's cool. I'd love for people to disagree with me so we can talk about this, and we can and because that's how we grow. That's how we heal. If you do not trust yourself, you do not trust your higher power. Period. Because there is a piece of higher power inside of all of us. There is a piece of higher power inside of you. There is a piece of God inside of you. And if you don't trust yourself, you are telling yourself you don't trust that piece of God in you, that piece of higher power in you. We are all spiritual beings having human experiences. We are all a little bit of God, of a higher power, just living a human life. So if you do not trust yourself, you cannot trust that higher power inside of you. And it goes both ways. For many of you who are like, but I do trust myself. Then do you trust your higher power? And so it goes both ways. You need to trust both, but you cannot trust one without the other. Like you need, like it really is about both. So trust yourselves, familia, trust yourselves. And so again, going back to what I said earlier about your ego, for many of you, this is where it gets challenging because you don't know how to trust yourself because you feel that you've made mistakes in the past or you have messed up or codependency. So again, you depend on others. Like it's like if this person loves me, then I can trust myself. Nope. That person can or cannot love you doesn't matter. You got to love yourself. You know, I said this the other day not too long ago to another client. And so I'm going to say this again here. You cannot love anyone if you do not love yourself. As much as I know, and I say that with with knowledge of it from my own personal experience, because I truly thought that I loved the people in my life. I truly thought that all of these points in my life, I loved them, all my exes, everyone that came into my life, like I did love them. I did love them. But once I really started looking at loving myself, it's like, no, I didn't love myself. So I didn't love them. I attached myself to them because I felt that if they loved me, then I would love myself. That's not love. And so that's where the toxic relationships would develop, or that's where the codependency on my part started developing, where I needed them to love me so I could love myself. Excuse me, burping over here. So my spirit's like confirmation burp. So love yourself because that's how you can love others. If you don't love yourself, you can't love others. You really can't. Um, okay. So go within, trust yourself. Right now, many of you are just you're just trying to protect yourselves, and that's okay. Like that's okay to acknowledge that. Acknowledge that you are just trying to protect yourself. And acknowledge that your ego, because your ego is the one trying to protect you. Have a conversation with your ego. I see you trying to protect me. Thank you for trying to protect me. I want to heal and I want to protect myself. So let's do this in a healthier way where I can love myself and be gentle to myself. Give yourself a lot of grace is also what I'm hearing. Okay. So, What tools can we lean on? What tools can we use? What's going on? What tools? What is going on? What tools can help? We got the Four of Swords with the Eight of Pentacles underneath the deck. Okay, literally. I love the fact that the tool is the same thing as like you're the issue. Respite, familia, take care of yourselves, take a break, slow down. I mean, I don't know what else to tell you. I mean, that flat out, it's just take a break. Like literally unplug, take a break. Uh it's respite, 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 respite. Because with the Eight of Pentacles underneath the deck, it's again, it's that co-creation, it's that creation. In order for you to create the life that you truly deserve, you also need to rest. You cannot continue to go 100 miles per hour to accomplish all of these amazing things because you're going to get burnt out. And for many of you, you're pretty much burnt out. For many of you, you're pretty much like, there's this feeling of like, okay, so spirit's saying like many of you are getting burnt out or are burnt out. Like, so depends on where you're at, but this is, Mhm. And here's the thing. And I hate to say it this way, and I am not saying this as a way to scare you or like I need you all to hear me when I say this. Familia, if you do not slow down, the universe will make sure you slow down. And trust me, you don't want that. You don't want that. So, when you keep getting these signs, because I'm also hearing that for many of you, you've been getting the same message, like you keep getting the same like information of like just slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down. Please slow down. Like literally slow down, like stop and breathe and take a break and unplug and do whatever it is that you have to do, because if you do not, the universe will do it for you. You don't want that. You don't want that. The universe is like trying really hard to get you to understand to please slow down, because if you don't, they are going to slow you down. And that's when we get more angry or more upset um, with higher power, because it's like, I don't have time to slow down. And this universe is like, yeah, well, you have to. You don't have a choice. You have to now. So for example, for many of you, if you get sick out of nowhere, for many of you who like have a physical, like literally physically are stopped, like you cannot do it because something happened to you physically, like those are signs like, yes, you need to slow down. um Please, familia, slow down, because the universe will slow you down if you don't. And I have, and I'm telling you all of this from my own experience of me ignoring the universe. I in early in my journey of spiritual healing, I ignored the signs. I would see the signs constantly of like, Crystal, you need to slow down. Crystal, slow down. I'd be like, I don't have time to slow down. I gotta go. I gotta go. Oh, the universe slowed me down, all right. Got me sick. Like I remember the first time I ignored the signs, my whole household, we all got sick, like super freaking sick. Like it was with some respiratory virus. And I had no choice but to slow down. Like I really had no choice. And from that point on, I always told myself, okay, next time I hear a sign of slowing down, I'm gonna slow down. And so now when I see that, and again, I'm stubborn, just like all of us, because we're human. There's times where I still ignore those signs, and there's times where I'm like, I'm fine. And then I'll get a headache, or then I will get a little cough, and I'll be like, okay, you're right, spirit, I'm done. So, familia, please slow down. Please take like respite, take some time off, take whatever it is that you feel that you need a time off. Um, Plan a vacation or plan a getaway or plan something to like get away from situations that you're in. Um, because that will help you. Okay, it's so funny because right now as I'm saying this, it made me think of another podcast episode and a blog that I wrote about pausing. Pause means postpone. Hold on, PAUSE. Have to like, what does it think? So it's postpone action until serenity emerges. Pause. Postpone action until serenity emerges. For many of you, this is why pausing is important. This is for many of you, slowing down is important. For many of you, stopping is important because right now you're trying to control, you're trying to control, you're trying to control. And honestly, you're making more of a mess instead of just stopping and let the clarity come in, let the serenity emerge, and then you can make the next action step. And that's why what the Eight of Pentacles underneath the deck is telling me, it's like right now, you got to either slow down and stop so you can get the information that you need to get or the downloads or the clarity that you've been seeking. But you're only going to get that clarity if you slow down. You're not going to get that clarity if you keep looking for it. Okay. Oh, okay. So that's exactly the issue for many of you. You are so busy looking and looking and looking for the answers that the answers are like right there in your face, but you're so busy you're not seeing them. So if you slow down, not if, when you slow down, you will see those answers. Everything will, clarity will come to you. Serenity will come to you. Please slow down, familia. Okay. Let's close this out with your chisme. What is the familia's chisme? What is the familia's chisme? What is it the familia needs to hear right now? What's going on, spirit? What's the chisme? We got the Empress with the Seven of Wands underneath the deck. Regardless of what you feel, again, feelings are not facts. Feelings are not facts. I want you to feel them though, but I also want you to hear this. Regardless of those feelings, this right here is a fact. And the fact is that you are amazing. You are powerful. You are definitely tapping into that divine energy within you. You have the ability, you have the magic to create whatever it is that you want to create. You have the ability to create the life you want to have. Again, feelings are not facts. You get to feel sad, you get to feel angry, you get to feel scared. Acknowledge that. Say, hey, fear, I see you. Hey, sadness, I see you. But you're not a fact. I am not going to be alone forever. You're not. You're not going to be alone forever. I am lovable. I am worthy of love. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. I know sometimes you feel like you're not, and that's okay. The feelings are feelings. Feelings are meant to be felt. Feel the feelings, but know the facts. Familia, you are all amazing. You are all amazing individuals. You are full of love. You have so much love to give and so much love to receive. You are so abundant. You have a birthright to be abundant. You have a birthright to have everything that you truly desire in your heart that brings in those feelings of joy, of happiness, of fulfillment. It's your birthright to have all of that. The thing is that many of you need to step into your courage. Courage does not mean you're not scared. Courage means that you are scared and you do it anyway. Having faith is a courageous step into the life you want to have because it is something that you do not see. It is something you do not know. It is something that you do not have something tangible. Faith is something you just gotta, it's just a part of you. And having that courage of stepping into faith, stepping into your power, stepping into yourself, stepping into the life you truly deserve takes courage. Lean on your courage. You know, it's funny right now as I said that, it's making me think of the Wizard of Oz. Random thing to be thinking about. But it's funny because the cowardly lion is a lion and he's a coward. But when you really look at it and read the book or watch the movie, like at the end, like the lion was always courageous. Always. He was scared. Absolutely, he was scared. He was scared to leave the woods. He was scared to knock on the door. He was there like that lion had so much fear. And yet he did it because he knew he wanted to obtain something. He knew he wanted to reach the wizard so he could get his courage. So guess what, familia? He found his courage. He didn't need the wizard. That's what many of you, I need you all to understand. You do not need this outcome to have courage. You already have it. You already are doing it. The simple fact that you are, one, watching this video, two, on your own path, focusing on bettering yourself, is already the first step of courage. Now, the next step is seeing those feelings, acknowledging those feelings, having an awareness of those feelings, and then feel those feelings. I want you to feel those feelings because for many of you, you've been ignoring these feelings. You've been avoiding them. You've been saying, no, no, no. The word that's coming is toxic positivity. Many of you are like, no, I got to stay positive. I got to stay positive. I got to stay positive. It's like, no, you don't. You get to stay negative. You get to feel whatever you have to feel. Just don't get stuck there because you're amazing. You are so amazing. Like the Empress is, I mean, this card is so beautiful. I mean, there's just so much creation, though, so much life, so much abundance, so much magic about you. So much amazing things about you. Your spirit team sees it. I see that. So why aren't you seeing that for yourself? And it all starts back with you got to trust yourself. And in order to learn how to do that, we have to unplug, familia, disconnect. Please slow down. Find your courage. Remember, courage does not mean you're not scared. It means that you're scared and you do it anyway. All right? Okay. Let's close this out with a quick guided meditation and then we'll be done. So get comfortable. Let's get comfortable. And if you need to drink some water, drink some water. Okay. So whenever you're ready, get comfortable. You don't have to close your eyes, whatever feels right. And let us begin. So go ahead and take a deep breath in through your nose, all the way in, hold, and release. Let it all go. Relax your shoulders. Another deep breath in, all the way in, hold, and release. Let it all go. Last one, make it count. Biggest breath you've taken all the way in. Fill your body with love. Hold and release. Let it all go. Relax. Drop your shoulders. Now I just want you to relax. Breathe at your normal pace. Breathe in and out. If you have any thoughts, let them go. Breathe in and out. I want you to use your imagination and imagine that there's a bonfire right in front of you. This is your inner bonfire. This is the fire that guides you, gives you your energy, lights your path. And I want you to connect with your bonfire using your 5 senses. So bring all your awareness to what you see. What does your bonfire look like? Bring your awareness to the smell. Inhale deeply and imagine the smell that radiates from your bonfire. Bring your awareness to the listening, to your ears. Take a moment and listen to your bonfire, and what do you hear? Bring your awareness to the taste. Imagine the taste your bonfire exudes. What would it taste like? Bring your awareness to the touch. You could touch your bonfire. What would it feel like? And do an internal check. And how are you feeling in this moment looking at your bonfire? Breathe in and out. Acknowledge the feeling. Don't overthink it. I want you to now imagine that from this beautiful bonfire comes out a beautiful butterfly, your inner butterfly. This is the butterfly that guides you, protects you. It's your connection to your fire. And this butterfly is flying towards you, leaving a beautiful white light of a veil of protection behind it. And it starts to circle around you, going around and around in a circle, wrapping you up in a cocoon. Butterflies flying around and around and around you, wrapping you up in this beautiful cocoon of protection. And it lands on the top of your head. And the moment it lands on the top of your head, it brings down shimmering protection going down your body, down your face, relaxing you. Bring your awareness to your neck. Feel it relaxing, going down your shoulders. Bring that awareness to your arms. The tingling sensations going down your arms to your hands. Down your body, down your spine, down your chest. All this energy just going down, down. Down to your hips, down your thighs, down your legs, down your feet. Going further down to the roots, connecting you deeper to the roots of Mother Earth. You are connected above and below in this beautiful cocoon of protection. You are safe. Breathe in and out. And now is the time to think about anything that's been blocking you recently with your relationship with yourself, the relationship with your higher power, the relationship with your intuition. What's been stopping you from really unplugging completely? And as you have the thought, I want you to give it to the butterfly. Just imagine your butterfly sucks up that thought and hand it over. Think about the relationships you're still holding on to that you know in your heart. You know that these relationships don't serve you anymore. Think about them and hand them over. It's okay. If you are having resistance and handing over, that's okay. Just hand over the fact that you are having resistance. There's no right or wrong to any of this. I want you to imagine that this butterfly now is taking all of these thoughts, all of these worries, all of these blockages, bringing them back into the fire to burn them away. And as they burn away, feel the freedom, feel the lightness. Let that feeling radiate through your body. I want you to now imagine that from this beautiful bonfire comes out your higher self, the best version of you, walking towards you. And I want you to imagine that they give you love, give you a hug full of love, give you everything that you need: wisdom, patience, grace, courage, everything you need. Just receive it in this moment. Breathe in and out. I am sending you energy, so just breathe in and out as you receive all of this amazing, beautiful, loving energy. Breathe in and out. I want you to repeat after me, out loud or in your head. I am powerful. I am creative. I am connected within myself. I am in flow with the universe. I am abundant. It is my birthright to be abundant. I am loved. I have courage. I am courageous. I am protected. I am divinely guided. Breathe in and out. If there's anything you need from your higher self, right now is the time to ask for it. What do you need to trust yourself more? What do you need to trust the process more? What do you need to let go of what no longer serves you? Breathe in and out. It's time for your higher self to go back into the bonfire. As they walk away, I want you to sit with this gratitude. Sit with gratitude of receiving all this information, receiving all this energy. Sit with gratitude of all of this love, all of this patience, all of this grace, all of this courage, and radiate that through your body. Take a deep breath in and release. It is time to start putting your bonfire away. There's no right or wrong to any of this. Just put it away. You can come back to it anytime you want. And whenever you're ready, go ahead and take a deep breath in, all the way in. Hold. And release. Let it all go. Open your eyes, bring your awareness back. Thank you all for being here today. Okay, this was good. Thank you. Thank you all. I am going to close this out now and open it up for the Zoom. Again, friendly reminder for those of you who want to participate in the Q&A that's live afterwards, always sign up on my website. I don't have any announcements. I haven't even looked at October yet. I cannot believe we're in October already, literally within a few days. So be on the lookout for that. If anything, be sure to sign up for my newsletter. That's where I send up all of the dates. I should be sending out that newsletter actually within a few days because September is already done. But thank you all for being here today. Thank you. I am sending you all so much fire and butterflies. And as always, don't forget, love your now.